Okay, so today I want to talk about what's going on with the Bidens, like everybody else, I guess, and the impeachment and different things. 'Cause I've got some different thoughts, and I've picked up on a few things that maybe you haven't. But in the main thing, the main theme of it all is that so many people like me don't think anything's going to ever be done, and I still don't. But that's okay. There's a lot of talk about it, and we'll just look at some of that right now. How's that?
Now to Washington, where House Speaker Kevin McCarthy raised the possibility last night of an impeachment inquiry against President Biden. He was on Fox News. McCarthy said Republican investigations into the business dealings of Biden family members, such as Hunter.
Can you believe it? I mean, this has been going on forever. I mean, I knew about this long time ago. I don't know. Maybe I watched too many Rumble videos or something, but this has been going on forever. That's why President Trump was asking questions about it. Remember, he's got impeached like that for it too, because Democrats don't mess around, and he's not a good old boy, so they don't care. And the rhinos don't care either, because he's not a good old boy, and everybody's got money going in through Ukraine, so they had to nip that in the bud. I think that was a lot of the Russian stuff too coming in. They knew that he was going to find out and be asking questions, and he wasn't the type that would want to play along and get involved in a bunch of kickbacks and all that good stuff. Now, I don't know what all he did with his, as far as Trump and his businesses in New York. I'm sure he had to play ball with some people. Probably he said that he used their system just like they did. I'm sure he gave the Democrats and everybody else legally, just like everybody else that tries to do business. Except that when you're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine and you can't really account for it, nobody knows where it went, it's ending up somewhere like FTX or something like that anyway. But let's got some other things.
Son have risen to the level of such an inquiry. He stopped short of saying that he would move to formally begin an impeachment inquiry at this time.
See, they're not even going. They're not going to try.
House Speaker
formally.
Kevin McCarthy says an impeachment inquiry into President Biden may be
Check this out.
looming. He cited IRS whistleblowers who appeared before Congress last week. They accused the Justice Department of interfering in a years-long investigation into the president's son. McCarthy has also explored the possibility of removing former presidents Trump's two impeachments by expunging them.
Did you hear that though? Let me go back to that one part. Let's see if I can catch it again. Listen what the IRS whistleblowers say, and it makes me wonder: are they really that naive, or they may be, or were they brought in knowing that they're already knee deep in this or neck deep in this? This is kind of a way where it looks like it's legit, but it still gets the ball down the road, and I'll explain here in a second.
Who appeared before Congress last week. They accused the Justice Department of interfering in a years-long investigation into the president's son. McCarthy has also explored the possibility of removing former presidents Trump's two impeachments.
Well, I guess I didn't pick up on. I probably didn't go back far enough. But basically, they were calling for a special counsel, special investigator, that type of thing. And if that happens, that good old boy network's going to work good for helping them sweep everything down just sweep it away, because it's going to take forever, just like the Durham report. And Biden either be in care for hospice or Alzheimer's, if that's real, or if he's just gotten more ignorant as he got older. I don't know if that's an act or not. I don't know if it's an act for sympathy because he knows he's caught maybe, and he can just act like he don't remember anything or nothing. And who's going to question somebody that they think has lost his mind anyway, right? It's kind of like in the Bible, there was a king that did that or something. There was somebody that did that. Oh yeah, it was King David. He went off and he went somewhere to get away from his son Absalom, and he was just acting like he was nuts and foaming at the mouth and stuff. And that way the king wouldn't mess with him, wouldn't think he was up to anything. So anyway, it's not a new trick to use. But look at this report. DOJ officials discuss Hunter Biden's special counsel as bar exit. Notice the date on that though. That's back in 2020. That's before the January 6th stuff. And I would wager to say that might have had something to do with all the trumped up charges for J6 and the whole embellishment and the FBI and everything, because they knew their goose was cooked. They'd already been targeted by Trump. They knew that Trump had it. That's why they raided his house and everything else, to get those documents, because he's got documents, I'm sure, that show the FBI was basically doing traitorous stuff. And them and Obama and all them looking at spying on an incoming president. So you can look at it however you want to and say that's not that way, but that is. Ain't nobody guarantee you that's 500 times worse than any kind of white water stuff, or whatever. Or not white water, but Watergate, that type of thing, or white water as far as that goes. See, the GOP now isn't so hot on a Hunter Biden special counsel, and that's probably not the rhinos, but they know that if that happens, it's going to be kicked down the road until, right before Biden goes, he can pardon his son. I've already heard talk about that, about how he can pardon his son. So right before Biden goes, he can go do that, and or they can be kicked down the road so long that it comes back and they say, oh, he was a bad boy, and but we don't recommend any charges now, since it's, or maybe the time has run out or whatever, so it's just a good old boy game, and sweeping under the rug, and they're all attorneys, and they're all in the club together, and probably all of them got worse skeletons in their closet than he does. So here's this too. They're looking at this plea deal.
Harris, I can confirm that this plea deal may be falling apart before our eyes. I've been here reporting outside. Our producer Jake Gibson is inside. There's no electronics. There's no cameras. And finally, I said, "Look, it's been over an hour and a half. Let's see what's going on." I just left the courtroom seconds ago. They're in recess at the moment. Here's what's transpired. The judge Noriega basically began by asking questions about the plea deal itself.
And they're making that look good too. I hope the judge is legit, but who knows?
Could be tied to.
I mean, this is all a big play. Don't you understand? This is all the world is a stage, isn't it? It's all a stage. It's all a stage to keep us from looking. Basically, we're not supposed to be looking at some of this stuff. That's what the deal is, take a look over there, Batman, or over there, it's you're not supposed to be seeing what's behind the curtain, young man. Don't you know that? Not at all. You shouldn't be watching. You shouldn't be seeing any of that. Only thing you should be doing is watching this channel and subscribing and helping a brother out. So if you can do that, that would be most appreciated. And until next time, we'll catch you later, all right?